Well, a bill is headed to the desk of Governor Maggie Hassan that supporters say will help ensure the integrity of New Hampshire elections. Opponents say it's a bad solution to a problem that doesn't really exist. But one very significant voice says the practice of drive-by voting is real and believes that this bill is a good compromise. After 40 years as the watchdog of New Hampshire elections, Secretary of State Bill Gardner says as much as people don't want to admit it, voter fraud exists in the Granite State.
Every cycle, every election, we've had either voting twice, so we have examples.
It's not rampant, says Gardner, but he says that drive-by voting impacts close state-level races, and he points to these numbers. Over the last two general elections, nearly 17,000 people registered to vote with an out-of-state ID, and of those, 7,751 registered on Election Day. By no means illegal, says Gardner, but worrisome.
I'm concerned about the taking advantage of the situation here.
And that's why Gardner supports a bill authored by Senator Sharon Carson, requiring a person to live in New Hampshire for at least 30 days to be eligible to vote.
It's unfortunate that the Democratic caucus is saying no, 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 we're not going to get behind this, but we have voter fraud in the state of New Hampshire. We need to address it.
But on Thursday, a coalition consisting of the ACLU, election workers, and Democratic lawmakers blasted the 30-day residency proposal, questioning its constitutionality and charging that it will only serve to keep legitimate voters away.
In a democracy, the voters are the ones that pick their representatives. The representatives don't pass laws to pick their voters.
And while several other states do have similar residency requirements on their books, Governor Hassan has signaled that a veto of this bill is likely, despite Gardner's experience and strong recommendation.
This is the first in the nation primary state. We value the right to vote. We should be encouraging people to vote.
Well, this is an issue that's also been in and out of the courts around the country. But more than 40 years ago, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that states can have residency requirements if they can demonstrate a compelling interest to do so. We'll keep you posted on this one.